My fellow Americans, welcome back, and you may have noticed that I've been on a tax talking rampage lately. And I hope you enjoy it, because there's a lot more to talk about. And that's mostly because the talking heads in Washington have failed to come up with any solution for the fiscal cliff or a compromise on the tax rates. But with all this talk about tax rates and the socialist commie agenda, the next thing up for debate is entitlements. Bring out the meat cleaver. I'm about to trim some fat off this budget thing. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you're out shopping with some friends and you realize that you have run out of money. What do you do? Well, most people would say that actual shopping has ended and wishful thinking has now started. Except for me. I'd probably bum a few bucks off somebody for some onion rings. Or a garbage plate. Well, despite what the majority of us would do to still put food on the table and to pay our bills on time, the American government has the equivalent of a never-ending checkbook due to the Federal Reserve. And well, that would be awesome in my little world. Unfortunately, it has been catching up with Uncle Sam. And our only hope in salvation lies in the hands of John Money Cleaver Boehner to cut those government expenses. Yeah, Money Cleaver Boehner. I came up with that. Just now. Well, I think it works fine, so go screw yourself. All this rampant spending has got to stop. And to that end, Republicans are taking a chop saw to the most heinous of all expenditures. The entitlements. Hey, old people on Social Security, instead of whining about your fixed income, maybe if you got to work at being a greeter at Walmart, we wouldn't have this issue. Or how about you, sickly people on Medicare? Buck up and fend for yourselves already. No more clinging on my coattails, getting a free ride with your clingy hands all clinging to your entitlements. And right here, let's stop for a rare moment of honesty. It's not like anybody is walking around this country saying somebody owes them anything. They're merely trying to get back what they've put into the system for the past 40 plus working years. Nobody is entitled to anything. It's your money to begin with. And this is a good time to mention that even though all of these politicians are talking about cutting the entitlement spending, nobody is talking about making cuts to how much you pay out in the form of taxes. Just so we're clear on this, you will still have to pay out the same amount of money, but get less of it back. The proposed cuts to Medicare and Social Security only seek to steal money from you. Money that is rightfully yours, that is owed back to you by the government when it comes time for you to use it. We could instead try to cut spending on areas that really matter, like defense spending, or domestic spying, or foreign aid. Or maybe we could even close down a few of those overseas military bases. Or we could even try to end the corporate welfare program known as subsidies to things like big oil. Now, I know none of this is immediate, but it does go a long way as compared to the proposals from either side of the table that do nothing to close the actual budget gap. And since these logical and sensible arguments have no foothold in our government, then our only option left is to slash them. Slash them and show no mercy. Slash these entitlements away. After all, we don't need our own money that's owed back to us. I look forward to hearing your take on this issue in the comments below. And as always, liking and sharing are greatly appreciated. Video responses are always welcome and highly encouraged. That's my take. What's yours?